What's the guys, Callum? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be this is not an Endgame review. This is more of a thank you to Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, and the Russo brothers. I have just finished watching Endgame a couple of hours ago. I watched it at midnight here in the UK. I'm very tired. I'm very sleepy, but every second was absolutely worth it. Endgame Endgame is everything I wanted it to be and more. It is such a rewarding film, full of fan service, full of all that. Not going to detail what they do or what the plot is. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody creatively involved, the actors, production, directors, writers, anybody who worked on this film and who has worked on any film in the MCU for the last 10 and now 11 years now. These past 11 years have been the weirdest years of my life when just talking about the MCU in general, and watching this film, this is the first film I've ever watched at midnight. This is the first time I've been able to see a film, like one of the first people in the public to see a film for the first time. And it's one of the first times that I've been in a theatre where people are clapping the film and cheering at moments. So it's such a warm feeling in my heart that like this film is so important to me, and the MCU in general is so important to me, especially these last two Avengers films. These two films have made me cry, they've made me smile, laugh, cheer, feel extremely emotional, and especially this film. This film is very emotional. Going into detail what happens again. I cried like 4 times, not even gonna lie. I watched it with my brother, and he isn't a very emotional person. He doesn't cry at films, but he knows that I'm like emotionally invested in this franchise and these characters. So every single moment that was emotional, I felt it, because that's the beauty of the MCU. It's so grounded and has so much history now in just 11 years, 22 films. Like, no, it's never going to be done again. So I just want to say thank you to everybody involved in the MCU, especially people like Kevin Feige and the Russos, who are heavily involved in this film, Endgame, which I think is probably the best ending you could have had for this chapter in the MCU. It's just such a ride for 3 hours and 2 minutes. It's a long one, but it didn't feel long at all. I said after the film, I said to my brother, like, that did not feel like 3 hours. That felt like some of the best moments of my life. I just simply think that this film is probably one of my favourite films of all time. Not talking about like nitpicks and stuff. I need to watch it again to really process if there are aspects of the film that could have been done better. Maybe, I don't know. But in terms of the ending, I think it was perfect. And what actually happened, I really loved. But I'm going to go and see it again on Friday, tomorrow night, my time. I'm going to go see it again. And I can't wait. I generally can't wait to go and see it again, because this film is probably like one of the best films ever for me personally. I think this is probably the best film in the MCU, and I've just been doing, for the last 2 weeks, I've been doing reviews on Genesis of Androzani. You should go and check out. I'll actually leave a link in the description so you can go watch all those reviews. I've been on almost every single one of them. I only missed a couple, but I hope that I've shown my love for this franchise, because I think I've discussed this with the guys at Genesis of Androzani, and we've said multiple times that this is our generation's Star Wars in a sense. This is what Star Wars was when it was coming out, way back when, back in the 80s and stuff like that. The MCU is our big blockbuster franchise, and it's only going to go on from here. We've got Far From Home that's coming out in 2 months. 2 months, 3 months, for 3 months time. And that's now going to be the end of Phase 3 when that comes out. So, and then going forward, we don't know where it's going to go, but I'm extremely excited to see where it takes all these characters going forward for the next 10 years, because people have so many complaints that there's too many superhero films, and sure, if you think there's too many superhero films and if it isn't for you, then fine. But for me personally, I love these films so much, and I just want more, because I want to feel emotionally invested in something like this. And that's what the MCU does for me. That's what the Avengers does for me. That's what characters like Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, those characters going forward are what I'm really excited to see, and stuff like that. Seeing where every single character, where all of them go, every single character, I can't wait to see where they take everything. So, just brilliant. Endgame is a film, I love it. It's probably my favourite film in the MCU. But no, it is my favourite film in the MCU, and probably one of my favourite films of all time. Infinity War is one of my favourite films of all time, but Endgame has surpassed it in terms of so much hype around Endgame. It's just so satisfying and rewarding to have this film which feels like it's for the fans. One thing that's been said a lot, especially in the past week, about the MCU films that I've been reviewing with Genesis of Androzani, is that some of these films feel like product first and film second. This film felt like a film for the fans. This felt like this was our film, and I'm so grateful that the Russos, Kevin Feige, the writers, and everybody involved, actors included, they have brought us something that is so special to a lot of people, me included. I am so thankful for all the hard work that has been gone into not just this film but the franchise as a whole, and I just want to say thank you to every single person who's worked on the MCU. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm about to actually go review Ant-Man and the Wasp, so that'll be very interesting to talk about, because I've just got off Endgame. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you haven't seen Endgame yet, go and watch it. It's a fantastic film. Obviously, I haven't spoiled anything for you, so you can just go in, clean slate, and just enjoy the film. I know I'm going to be watching it again tomorrow and enjoy it every second, even though I know what's going to come. That just makes me know that I have something to look forward to every single moment. I'm going to love it again, just like I did last night. Or this morning, I should say, because it went into 3 AM my time. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go watch Endgame. And please go to Genesis of Androzani to see all the reviews I've done with those guys, because that's actually been a lot of fun. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you hopefully soon for some more videos. Maybe I'll do a review for Far From Home. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And thank you to Marvel Studios for Endgame.